there, comic book friends. I'm Travis, and it's New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day 2017. Let's see how we're starting the new year out. 16 books. Only 16 books this week, which is probably good because I'm still actually reading a few books from last week still. Holidays have made reading a little more challenging to keep it up to date. Let me throw the junk out of here. What do we got? Batman issue number 14. Rooftops Part 1. Bum bum bum. I don't know. We'll see. Love this combination of creators on Sheriff of Babylon. We'll see what it ends up being like with Batman. Actually, because I haven't really talked about it a lot, actually I liked the last issue of Batman. Batman finally had a voice and only took 13 issues. But I actually kind of like that one. This whole kind of weird thing with the cat and bat stuff, though, I don't know about that. See me wearing my stocking hat and whatnot. This came from outside. It's about 4 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Just a little on the chilly side. And as a matter of fact, I just brought the mail in, and these comics are cold, too. So, Black Science issue number 27. I hear the big stuff happens in this issue. You know, we've kind of built up to this monstrous moment. So definitely looking forward to that, as always. Super excited about Black Science. It's been a great run of a book. Gorgeous art. Bit concerned about the art, though. Matteo Scalera, I just heard a couple days ago, Recommender was talking on Twitter about the fact that he seriously hurt his shoulder. So I don't know if that going to monkey with Black Science schedule or change something about it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out, I guess. Death of Hawkman, issue number 4 of 6. This has been, not really that good. Some people would say foolishly me, it's an Andreacchio book. Most people remember his the end of his Batwoman run, which was not great. So why would I expect something different? I don't know. I like these characters, so I was kind of hoping for something more. 2 issues left. I'll still read it, but it goes to the bottom of the pile of things for me to be interested in reading, that's for sure. This is Ever After from the Pages of Fable. This is issue number 5. Yeah, looking forward to this. It's actually gotten really interesting and really intriguing. Bo Peep has been charged with Bo Peep? Is it Bo Peep or Cinderella? Too many blondes in fairy tales. Charged with taking this this young Fable out. She can just kind of do anything she wants with her mind, destroy whole civilizations if she wants to, and they think they need to get her under control, so they're going to wipe her out. Curious to see how that plays out, all things considered. Faith, issue number 7. Love this cover. We could do it. This has been a fun comic. Named one of the best comics of 2016. I don't know who did that. The AV Club. But it's been a really fun comic. So always looking forward to it. Read it. Checking it out. Good stuff. First issue of the Fall and Rise of Captain Atom. This is 1 of 6. It's a mini-series. I like Captain Atom. Anytime Captain Atom comic book starts up, I inevitably pick it up, at least initially, just to check it out. There's so many different ways you can play with Captain Atom, as a straightforward superhero, more kind of a godlike being, closer to, the Watchmen and stuff like that. So, just curious to see what it's going to be. I love that cover. That cover is really, really kind of cool. So, you can check it out. 6-issue miniseries about Captain Atom. Curious to see how that old charlatan character gets used. Green Arrow, issue number 14. The Emerald Outlaw story arc continues. I didn't really care for the last issue, to be quite honest. Looks like we have a change of artists again. This is on a very short leash. I'm going to read this one probably, and I'll decide. I need a comic book order. It's the beginning of the month, so I've got to the end of the month to do my comic book order. I'm really thinking about Green Arrow not being on my list again. As much as I love what the character used to be, they kind of brought the character back to some degree. Was really excited about this book when it first came out. Now it's just, I just don't think Percy has anything to say, the writer. I don't think he has anything to say. There's some, one of the things that was saving the book was kind of like the interaction between Green Arrow and Black Canary. I like them as a couple. I like the interaction with them, and even some of that has gotten really kind of dicey and weird in this last issue. So we'll check this one out and see what it ends up being like. I don't know. As much as I love the artists that are on it, at the end of the day, the words that are coming out of the people's mouths is important too. And if that's not working, yeah, I don't know. Apollo and Midnighter, issue number 4 of 6. We'll see where this one ends up going to. Like that cover. I've been kind of not as excited about Midnighter and Apollo. Bring them back together and then immediately take them apart. It just doesn't have the same punch that the Midnighter book had. So I'm hoping that comes back. Now we're getting to the other side of this miniseries with it being issue 4. That maybe things are getting wrapped up. We'll get some excitement out of that, hopefully. That's a wonderful bullet there. Anyway, so hopefully, that turns out book I'm very much looking forward to reading. Probably at the top of the list. Hawkeye issue number 2. Issue number 1 was a lot of fun. I love the kind of the vibe and the feel of it. Maybe tons did not happen, but it sets up kind of this is what the book is going to be like. And I'm all for that. I don't always have to have the first, book have some massive mind-blowing thing. If it gives me a vibe and gives me kind of a feel of, oh yeah, this is what it's going to be like. And it's just kind of it's cool. I like Kate Bishop, and Kelly Donaldson seems to have a good voice right now for Kate Bishop, so I'm really looking forward to continuing to read that book. Book that's surprisingly been really entertaining me, The Yakuza Demon Hunters, issue number 3. The art you see on the cover is the art you get inside. Well, they're going to go fight some demons. They're hooked up with the Yakuza, and they're fighting demons. That's what the Yakuza supposedly does now. They don't have time for petty crime and that sort of thing. There's demons, infiltrating into Tokyo and Japan, and they're fighting demons instead. But clearly there's some other sneaky bits going on somewhere around it. Our main character is a heroin addict who in the first issue ODs on heroin, is kind of brought back from the edge of death, and now kind of has kind of a witchblade-y kind of thing going on, and that she's got this ancient samurai sword that has been kind of grafted to her hand. It seems to have a mind of its own to some degree. If she's not capable of defending herself, the sword defends its host, and we'll kind of see what happens. I've actually kind of really been enjoying it. The last issue of The Rise of the Black Flame. Learn about this cult. I've really been digging all of these covers. This one is the least subtle of all the covers. Just clearly just kind of the skull there. But I still really like the feel of it. I enjoyed the book. I'm all for any of these kind of in the realm of the the Hellboy universe, BPRD universe, kind of books telling me more about the other stuff was out there at some time period or whatnot. So looking forward to reading the end of that. Another book I always enjoy, always pretty thoughtful, interesting look at pop culture and life in general. The Wicked and Divine, issue number 25. So Minerva there on the cover. Cool, check that out and see what's going on in it. Another book that always intrigues me, The Unfollow, down to 86 people. Wonder how long that's going to be. Just a lot going on. Some great comments on society, the way people treat each other to some degree, some weird meta text that's in it also that isn't fully explained, but always enjoyable. The animal stuff here is part of that meta text, so curious about all of that. Superman, issue number 14, Multiplicity, part 1. All the different Supermen there. That's pretty awesome looking and whatnot. Different artist on this one. It's not Mankey, it's Reyes, so we'll see how that works out. But I've been enjoying Superman. Superman's been a highlight of the Rebirth stuff. Surprisingly, enjoying it a lot. Another book I have been immensely enjoying. We'll go to the top of the read list. Shade the Changing Girl. This is issue number 4. I have the Becky Cloonan cover. Man, you should check out the Jolie Jones variant cover for this. Is outstanding. Just a really interesting book. I'm really, really curious to see in it, what all is going to happen. Shade Rose, she has possessed the body of a really horrible girl, and she's kind of having to deal with the fallout and consequences of what that girl did. So that all is interesting. She is, not that person though. All the while, back where she comes from, they're trying to figure out how to get the metavest off of her. Will that kill her? What will that do? All kind of interesting stuff. Very, very good book. Very excited to be reading that. And finally, this time around is Nightwing, issue number 12. We're back to the tradition of Nightwing getting his ass kicked on every cover. That does not bode well for me. I tend to kind of find that irritating. This is more of the Bloodhaven. I don't know why I would call it Bloodhaven. It's Bloodhaven. More of the Bloodhaven story arc. Marcus 2 on art. Tim Seeley writing it. This has been okay. I'm looking forward to getting the other artists back, to be quite honest. But it's been an okay story. I'm still enjoying it. It's just not like blowing me away now. But yeah, and that is it. Short and almost sweet. Have a great one, everybody. No comic book roundtable this week. At some point, I will cut a What the Feud to talk about the comic book roundtable and kind of where it's at in things. This week, it's on hold again, not because of the holiday, but because my stupid Seahawks that I watch American football are playing on Saturday at the time that I would normally host comic book roundtable, and I wanted to make myself feel miserable by watching them play in the playoffs. So there's that. Have a great one, everybody, and I'll talk to you hopefully later on in next week with some other videos. Have a great one.